That motherfucker is 1 year younger than we are.
No, don't talk about it.
Not to be trusted. Yet another college child coach. A podcast about sports, because otherwise we'd be forced to confront and talk about and think about things like dozens of Catholic school children cowering in a church while their classmates are being shot up, or laundry pissing cats, or any number of other awful human tragedies. My name is Bob, sitting across the way from my good friend and co-host. That's Abe. How you doing tonight, Abe?
Doing well, Bob.
Yeah, here we are. Lori's here too. How you doing tonight, Lori? Lori has lowered her camera to show off her chest, which is not particularly prodigious. Oh, it's the Game Recognize Fame shirt she's trying to show off.
It does. Game Recognize Fame.
My t-shirt says Dogs on Top.
Yeah, mine's ugly, though.
2021 national champions.
I bought that shirt.
We're here to talk about sports here in week 1 of the college football season 2025. Are you appropriately hyped for football, Abe?
Yes. Last week was week 0, and I'm watching two Big 12 teams play. Pretty entertaining.
In Ireland.
At the end. In Ireland. I'm like, I must be hard up for football that I'm watching this game.
No, Big 12 football is fun.
Was pretty entertaining for the most part. But yeah, this upcoming weekend, so Friday, I know we're going to go over the games, but Tech is playing Colorado, and I live in the heart of Atlanta. It's more Georgia Tech dominant than it is Georgia, where I'm at, and so there's I think it's like the alumni group or whatever. They're doing a watch party, and so I'm going to go catch that game on Friday.
You're going to go to a watch party with a bunch of Georgia Tech alumni?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some Colorado whatever people
fun.
there too.
Whatever.
Will you go decked out in Georgia regalia and just boo lustily at the hated techies?
Just going to be a neutral observer of football,
I believe that you drafted Haynes King in your 2025 CIB college football quarterbacks draft, and that you will be cheering lustily for the hated techies.
Another cheering opportunity is this Sunday, where Lenora Sellers is in town. In a 3 o'clock game here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Ticket getting priced like $50-$60. So like if I'm not too tired, I may make the.
That's not so bad.
Trek.
$50 in the door.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be in the nosebleeds, but it's seen.
The problem is
the
then you miss
Heisman
all
winner.
the other games.
But no, this is the great
Sunday.
thing.
There are no other
Sunday
games.
after,
Sunday.
Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Look,
It's
we're
like almost
spoiling
situated.
The best segment of the show right now, which is
I don't
best
mean,
game in
just you were telling me if I was hyped. There's a Friday and Sunday component to my anticipation. So there you go.
Should be fun. Let's look very quickly at the WGAS NewsBag Sports Edition. It's time for sports. Abe, you sent along a story today about Bill Belichick and his paramour, the young, I forget her name.
Jordan something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What's going on there in Chapel Hill?
The story came out today about some trademark register. They register certain trademarks. One of them, I don't understand what the. I don't know what the connection is, but actually, I don't even have it up. Hold on, 1 second.
I'll tell you what. While you're pulling that up, I forgot. It's time for Abe Live-Bets the Games.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You were 1-0 so far. You took the Dodgers over the wretched Colorado Rockies. And I said, next time, I think we have to start putting a little bit of money where Abe's mouth is. I'm going to put my money where Abe's mouth is. 'Cause, Abe takes a good bit of abuse from me and from my pal, Jimmy Carter. And, it only seems fair that I allow Abe the opportunity to lose me some money.
and I will.
Yes, I agree to the terms and
I
conditions.
don't know, but I feel like I should get somewhat of a say in this.
It's a small amount of money, and whatever profits.
Yeah, but whose?
My gambling money. It's not like
Okay.
I'm adding money to it. This is money that is long dead to you. Don't worry. All right, Abe. Tonight in Oakland or wherever the hell it is, the Athletics play these days. I don't think it's Oakland.
They're in
LA
between,
or
and it's
Las
not,
Vegas?
and it's
They're
not
the team
Vegas
that's
yet, right?
They're the team that's going to Vegas. They're playing in some bogus minor league stadium, some
like
Mickey Mouse
Northern
bullshit down there.
California? Yeah.
The Detroit Tigers, who are a good baseball team this year, are in Oakland or wherever against the Athletics. They're minus 1.5 runs is the run line there, or the money line is minus 132 for the Tigers or plus 112 for the Athletics. Who you got?
Are they playing in Detroit or in this random
No, they're
place?
playing in Oakland or wherever.
Okay. And you said Tigers minus 1.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's do that.
All right, Tigers minus 1.5. It's a $5 bet to win $5.90 in return. See how Abe does. See.
Oh, there's no
gotta
current score?
No score. Game starts in about an hour from now.
Oh.
We are going to need these games to build the bankroll for my weekend gambling this year, Abe. So it's a lot of pressure on you. All right, let's get back to Belichick and his 20-something girlfriend there in Chapel Hill.
All right, so the story goes there are all these different trademark filings. One of them is Gold Digger. Another one is Chapel Bill. Instead of
That's
Chapel
more
Hill,
clever.
Why do we think that they are trying to trademark Gold Digger, and how is it possible that Gold Digger was not already trademarked?
Right.
Do you want an
can't
answer to
imagine-
that?
Yes, I do want an answer. For that.
So, no, they hadn't trademarked it because using it as a song title isn't trademarking it. The song is copyrighted.
Yes, but the expression "gold digger" seems
No
like
one
such
has
an
bothered
obvious
to.
thing.
No one has bothered to do it, or if they did, it ran out. So they're just trying to make it so when people in
Right, when-
Chapel Hill make shirts that it says "Gold Digger," that they have to pay them.
Why? But they're owning this power couple or what have you. They're trying to get ahead of the
Yes,
criticism. Do you
or
think
at least profit on it.
could this be them? Like
Yeah.
anytime they hear someone say "gold digger," that they have somebody who works at some fucking awful law firm. Like they're
No, you're allowed to say
they're
things.
searching tweets for references to Belichick and his girlfriend, and
Yeah,
some paralegal at some law firm is going to send cease and desist
Right.
letters to all of the tweeters out there.
Right.
It's just the
I
shirts.
suspected that. I suspect that Gold Digger at least is going to be rejected. There's been all of these different instances where people try to trademark Taco Tuesday. I think LeBron tried to do it. There are certain terms that are just like, hey, come on.
It's just part of the culture. Yeah, it's part of the culture now.
Yeah, you can't lay claim to that. But the Belichick way, pretty good chance of trademarking that. No issues there. No days off. I don't know about that. But the worst one, and maybe I'm reading this wrong, but the Trail of Salty Tears. Now, I don't know what the connection is to the Trail of Tears and Belichick and this lady friend.
I don't either.
But it just seems like it's in such poor taste. The Trail of Tears is the forcible removal, right, of the Native Americans, right? So maybe this 20-whatever-year-old doesn't make that connection.
She doesn't know about Andrew Jackson. I mean, that's
Right.
plausible.
So she's thinking salty tears, all the opponents are going to be crying or something. I think I don't want to shit on this woman. I'm pretty sure Belichick would know, though. You would think he would have been like, maybe let's not
They
do
don't
that.
talk.
But
It's very
Trail of Salty
admirable
Tears
of you
just-
not to
yeah.
want to shit on that woman, but she seems to be a person who likes to be shat upon, just in general. That seems to be her thing.
Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Belichick is into this. You always say, there's this this culture of humiliation.
Oh, yeah.
And so maybe this is some public thing that oh yeah, I'm into this. Make me look like a fucking doddering old fool. I mean, that would be a plausible explanation as to what's going on. It doesn't make any sense.
Is Is the Belichick at UNC thing one of the most interesting stories that collectively we're watching this fall?
Yeah.
Right. Because you're thinking, this guy has the pedigree, but this could also be a train wreck of a season.
Right.
Like this
is why
wheels could fall off.
you do not trademark the Belichick way before the
Right.
season.
Yes.
You have to allow that to prove out, right? Like
Right.
he didn't go with the Patriot way when Drew Bledsoe went down with the broken knee, right? Like it was a couple of good Super Bowls in before we started hearing about the Patriot way.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it just
I
seems
am.
like
I will say I think when we found out that he was hired, I think the question was asked somewhere like how many games over under half a game will Bill Belichick coach at UNC, because he had this weird opt out after June
that's right,
or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But
here he is.
Looks like he's going to hit the over.
Right. It's a bizarre, there are athletes that are known for like one team, or they're dominant in in their prime with like one team, and they retire with a random team and no one remembers. Like, oh, Jaromir Jagr played for some random team, or Patrick Ewing played for some random team at the end. You just kind of just memory hole it. And so I wonder if, 10 years from now, when people think of Belichick, they're going to memory hold this current episode he's going through.
Maybe. Or he's going to make the playoff in his first year and we're all going to look like assholes.
That's not going to happen.
In local sports news, this is CBS 19 News. Indoor pickleball facility to open in Charlottesville. Indoor pickleball court is opening in Charlottesville on September 15th, and the new facility will offer features that you can't get with outdoor play. The founders say pickleball is so popular because anyone can do it, and Seaville Smash offers both the competitive and social aspects of the sport. We're going to have beer, wine, we're going to have food, we're going to have hangout areas, darts, ping pong tables. It's not just pickleball, but there's a lot of other things that we're going to have in this indoor space, said Colleen Shearer, one of the founders. A couple more quotes from a co-founder here and there. Two things I'd like to note about those developments. One is that you can hear the local sports medicine specialists rubbing their hands together gleefully and laughing, because they can sense all of the ACLs that are going to be torn.
We live in the lamest town. I moved us to the lamest place.
And
It was on purpose, but Jesus Christ.
And two, approximately 90% of local news stories are just direct advertisements. Because that local news story is just a commercial that they did for the new pickleball facility, disguised as news. And it's not exactly unethical. Like, I'm not complaining about it from
Also, it's not like there's anything going
that
on around here.
perspective.
That house exploded, but since then,
It's the
nothing.
only news besides the total explosion of a house that happened last week. So it's just that and new pickleball facilities.
What would that be filed under? I'm curious. It's not exactly human interest. It's just like community news, community events, or some variation of that.
There's no tag on it, so
Okay. It's interesting. You would think that, like a physical activity, it's not tennis. You don't have to cover as much ground. And so maybe that's why they're saying that anyone can do it. But it does, you do need to exert some sort of effort.
But
and so they're
way
adding
less
alcohol.
than most other
Yeah, way
physical
less. But still, I
activities.
mean, I played, you can work up a sweat.
Oh man,
right? So
you're not
playing darts.
pickleball is like most things. It is a question of how much you care.
Yeah,
How much
how
hate,
competitive
rage,
are
win
you?
do you have?
Right.
You can play pickleball at 73 and just kind of stand there and whack balls back and forth like you're playing table tennis. Or you can be a psycho, like, I don't know, me, for example, and get just drenched in sweat and make it a full workout. Absolutely.
When have you played pickleball?
When I was in high school, we played pickleball in
Okay, because like
middle of the day, and I would finish gym class, and it was, I'm old, but I'm not so old that like we were showering in the middle of the day after gym class. Like you didn't hit the showers after gym class when I was a kid. Apparently that used to be a thing. But yeah, so I'd just be like playing pickleball, sweat through everything that I'm wearing, and then right back to math class. I would play pickleball. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. The guy that we played against, me, my buddy, I think his name was Michael. We were paired up, and we would play against these other two kids, douchebag, like Jenko wearing shit bags there in Alpharetta, Georgia. And like I probably smoke weed and drink when they shouldn't, and they're sort of slacker loser types, and we were nerds. I was
Weird
on.
that they were playing pickleball.
Well, we had to do something, but they were competitive too. So that was the only what made the pairing work was like they were a competitive team and we were a highly competitive team, and that asshole across the pickleball court would taunt me by calling me fat sex the entire time. He didn't know my name. I don't think I remember his nickname for me for whatever that semester was that we played pickleball was just fat sex. And then you'd see me in the hall later, and he would try to dap me up, like try to give me 5 and say, "Hey, fat sex." Like, man, you're a real asshole.
It's not mean.
It was mean. It was definitely mean.
I think that's what the
He was
desired,
he probably just had a crush on you.
No, he was being a dick.
That's what they
He
tell
also-
girls
he
when
was
that
also-
happens. He
well,
probably just has a crush on you.
I had a hot little 15-year-old girlfriend at the time. It probably made him super mad. But anyway, that's my pickleball story.
I've played pickleball a handful of times, and here in Atlanta, similar to what's happening over there in Charlottesville with this Seaville Smash, we have a painted pickle place, and it's basically it sounds just like.
That sounds like
I have a feeling
a sex club that you're going
downstairs
to.
there's a different kind of business.
Yeah, down in the basement of the painted pickle, something else going on.
It is a franchise. They have like a painted duck. It's like some shitty bowling thing and some other thing.
Oh, like
Painted
duck
darts.
pin bowling?
Duck pin bowling,
Yeah,
We got a
yeah.
duck pin bowling opening here in Charlottesville next month too.
just down the street from
Oh,
the
see,
pickleball.
look at that.
I
Maybe,
saw that. I saw that on the local news as well.
Look at that. Every city's starting to become the same. But it just, to me, like having beer is one thing, but to have all of the different stuff that this painted pickle has and Seaville whatever has, food and whatever, it didn't seem like they pair together, but what do I know?
Also, college football is starting this weekend, and we're talking about fucking pickleball.
All right, so let's move on to the next headline.
Yay.
Lori, you are more tapped in to the college football narratives than anyone else. What are the big storylines that all of the bro podcasters are talking about?
Everybody is very excited. Mostly, it's just like this year there is no clear favorite or two teams. Like it seems more up in the air in terms of how this is going to go than it has since I've been paying attention. Because it was all like you always kind of knew. And like, yeah, it's kind of the usual suspects, but also because of the COVID players finally going away, it seems like every coach, when it's like, oh, how's the team this year? They're all like, they're really young. Like, there's not a lot of returning snaps anywhere, except the teams that aren't very good. So, like,
And also, any veterans that are around have probably changed teams. So
That-
we don't
and
know
that.
who anybody is.
but like, the teams that have the most returning players are the ones that, it's not Northwestern, but like Northwestern, where it's like, well, that's not going to help here.
Yeah.
So that's the narrative. Everybody's very excited.
Well, good. Should be
I'm
fun.
excited.
I've done no preparation really for the season. I don't have any idea who's
Well,
supposed
you don't
to
have
be
to do any. We're not playing. We're just watching.
any good. Do we have thoughts about who's going to win this year? Obviously, the number one team to start the year is Texas. They have the big name in Arch Manning at quarterback. Penn State ranked very highly to start the year at number 2. Not that preseason rankings matter very much, but the narrative around Penn State is that they are returning the bulk of their talent. A bunch of seniors are back,
Yes,
but
that's
it's a very
true.
old team, and they're hoping to do what Michigan and Ohio State have done the last couple of years. Of course, at 3, you've got Ohio State returning champs, but also they lost their very productive backfield, both running backs and their quarterback needing to be replaced. But they should be reloading on offense since they always have half a dozen or so NFL prospect wide receivers, so they should be reasonably good.
All right.
The SEC is completely up in the air, seemingly. I guess everybody thinks Arch is going to make Texas happen, but presumably, Alabama should be returning to form after a couple of strange losses last year. And then in the East, it seems to be Georgia's to lose as long as Florida doesn't figure it out.
We don't do that in the SEC anymore. It's just the SEC.
Yeah, I know. But in my head, I still think in terms of East and West. It will be Georgia's to lose, I think, in terms of making it to the SEC championship game this year. I don't know. I'm excited.
LSU might be really good.
Yeah, but
it all depends on
Kelly,
Gunnar Stockton, right? I mean, like for Georgia, that's the question. The big question mark is Gunnar.
Oklahoma might be good. DJ Lagway might be good enough to make Florida good.
Speaking of WGAS NewsBag Sports Edition, the SEC has announced that they're going to a 9-game schedule.
Yes.
Right. Is that starting next year?
Yeah. They've already made the schedule for this year.
No, I was wondering if it was
26.
more than a year out.
9-game schedule plus a Power 5 or Power 4 conference out of conference game.
Right.
So is this the eventuality of where they had to get rid of a rival?
No.
Where they had to pick
no.
They wanted to protect 3. So
no.
That's not okay.
The story is they've been talking about doing this for a very long time.
I've been asking them
every fan,
in my small way to go to a 9-game schedule for fucking forever.
Everyone has wanted it. Coaches kind of did. Coaches like Kirby Smart wanted it. Coaches like Jeff Lebby didn't. You know, the top of the SEC was like, yeah, bring it. And the bottom was like, 8's plenty. And then that Kurt Signetti said he canceled his home and home with Virginia in a couple years and said, oh, we're going to an SEC model of scheduling, like being a jerk, saying we're not scheduling hard out of conference games. And then the SEC was like, okay, well, funny you should say that. We're going to 9 games and a required out-of-conference Power 4 opponent.
Which most of the top-flight SEC schools already have a standing rival or regularly
or just do it all the time.
Schedule it themselves anyway.
But now it's just going. So what they're scheduling-wise, each school will have 3 permanent yearly opponents, and everyone else rotates every 4 or something.
Including Texas A&M will finally play them more frequently now?
Yeah, that was the plan all along. Yeah. They were going to play that, but that's a weird thing. But
have they announced who the permanent opponents are for each team?
No, they're working on it.
So who should be Georgia's permanent opponents? And there's
surveys.
One right answer.
No, there are 2 right answers.
All right. What's your first right answer?
So you have Florida and Auburn, and those are obvious.
It's Florida, Auburn, and Tennessee are the 3 that should be permanent.
Tennessee disagrees.
Why? Who do they want?
Oh, there's an Athletic article. Hold on.
Tennessee should have Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt as their 3.
I can find it.
What do they want? They want Florida?
South Carolina is the other one. Yeah, I think they want Florida.
No, that's stupid. They should be playing us.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you. Hold on. I can find it. It's right here. Okay. So you're saying Georgia, 99% of people said Florida, 96% said Auburn, 44% said South Carolina, 43% said Tennessee.
No, that's stupid.
I'm actually surprised by that. Wow.
If I go to Tennessee.
The South Carolina rivalry wasn't even a thing until 1990.
Okay, so
something.
Tennessee, 97% Alabama, 88% Vanderbilt, 60% Kentucky, 39% Florida, 10% Georgia.
Because they're cowards.
They're cowards, yes, obviously. Yeah. But whatever.
Is there what else? Were other teams polled? Other fan bases polled? All right, yeah, that fucking rules.
You want me to read the Athletic article to you?
I mean, just the results. I want to compare my instinct against the Athletic article. All right,
okay,
so
who do you want to do?
Who do you got for Alabama? It's got to be Auburn, LSU, and then third.
Tennessee. Alabama needs to play Auburn, Tennessee, and LSU. Absolutely.
And Mississippi State got 42%.
Oh, okay, but those were the top 3
Auburn,
for Alabama?
Tennessee, LSU.
All right. Where do we go next? Florida. Florida needs to play Georgia. They should be playing LSU every year. You know what the problem I'm going to run into here is I'm going to give LSU 11 permanent opponents.
Yeah. That's right.
Florida needs to play LSU. They need to play Georgia. And they probably need to play
It's going to be a boring conversation to listen to.
Oh, no, I like it. This is exactly the sort of
No, it's a fun conversation to have.
talk radio, bullshit sports talk radio conversation that happens 1,000 times across this country every day. I don't know. Who's the third team, Abe? Who do they need
Tennessee,
to play?
78%.
Oh, Tennessee makes sense, yeah.
You want to do LSU?
Were those the top three?
Yeah.
All
You want the others? What are we looking at?
Who's Texas playing? I mean, you got Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and then
Texas should play Oklahoma every year. They should play A&M every year. And they should play...
Texas only has 3, and it's correct. It's historic. It's older than us watching college football.
Mizzou or something?
No.
Who?
Arkansas.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
Oh, okay.
Do LSU, and then let's move along.
LSU should play Florida. LSU needs to play Alabama. And I feel like Ole Miss, maybe.
Abe? Any counters?
No, that sounds pretty good.
Alabama 82, Ole Miss 73, A&M 44, 37 Florida.
No, LSU Florida needs to happen every year. That game is too good.
We'll see what happens. It's not up to any of us.
Auburn needs to play Georgia and Alabama, and Auburn could play Kentucky or something like that. That sounds about right. I don't know.
Yeah. And eventually you got to work in Missouri, right? They got to play somebody.
Yeah, I guess Mizzou has to play somebody.
The poll has Florida as the third.
For Auburn?
For Auburn.
Yeah.
Missouri, Arkansas is obvious. And then they have Oklahoma, which, again, must predate us.
Yeah.
Because 93% Oklahoma.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy. And then South Carolina, 38%. Like, the rest is nothing. So it's interesting. They're going to they're going to figure something out. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be good.
Yeah, that should be fun.
And then, like Georgia has a built-in out-of-conference.
Right, Georgia's got Tech built in.
Yeah.
Like Florida has Florida State.
South Carolina has Clemson.
South Carolina has Clemson. Kentucky has Louisville.
Yeah.
There's a couple more. But it won't be a problem. But then it also means that, like, we probably won't see a lot of Georgia-Clemson games anymore.
Right. Other than the playoffs,
Exactly.
Right, but that's the thing. If you're a decent team making the playoff every second or third year, like, you're going to get those big games.
Yeah. So that's
it
great.
should be fun, yeah. Good positive development.
Yeah. All right. And now it is on to the best game in every time slot, beginning on Thursday night, because we have college football, top flight college football, starting tonight as this podcast comes out. Tomorrow night for us here recording. So that'll be Thursday night. We've got Friday football. We've got Saturday football. We have Sunday football. And we have Monday night football. All of it.
Did Thursday count as Labor Day weekend?
Apparently so.
No, but it is happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
There's a Thursday night game at 9 o'clock kickoff on ESPN. It is Nebraska minus 6.5 at Cincinnati. Nebraska's got that quarterback, Dylan Ravioli, or whatever his name is. He's supposed to be the next Patrick Mahomes, as he was billed last year. Didn't quite come through. Nebraska minus 6.5 at the Cincinnati Bearcats. Not that I'm picking these games or anything like that, but it will be fun to watch that Nebraska team, see if they can live up to some of the hype that they failed to live up to last year, where they lost a couple of close games early, as I recall, and had one particularly bad game against one of those I teams, whether Illinois or Iowa State or something like that. I don't remember the details.
Yeah, I don't recall either.
But I think they got their asses kicked by one of those I schools in the middle of the country. And we'll see if they can bounce back, because that's a program that's good for college football when Nebraska is awesome at college football.
By the way, your football weekend setup has multiple televisions. Is Thursday going to be one of those?
Thursday is not a
No.
multi-TV game. The only other option,
No,
there
it's
is a
not.
top 25 game on Thursday night.
We can just flip back and forth if we really need to.
The first game kicks off at 5:30. So I guess, you're in the kitchen, you're making dinner. Instead of putting on the CBS 19 news, where you can learn about the local pickleball courts that are opening soon in your neighborhood. Instead, you flip over to ESPN, and you can watch Boise State, number 25, which is very generous given the fact that they lost 3,000 yards or something in offense.
That Janty guy, yeah.
Boise State at South Florida, coming all the way across the country to play in Tampa. And they are a 5.5-point favorite on the road at South Florida. Is some former Auburn coach still coaching South Florida? Wasn't that Malzahn who was at South Florida for a while?
Oh, is he still there? I wonder.
Is the Gus Bus down there? Gus Malzahn, Google, is an American college football coach who is the offensive coordinator at Florida State.
That's right. He went to Florida State. That's new.
Oh,
That's new this year.
It's like a rehab stint.
Yes.
Oh, and he was not at South Florida. He was at Central Florida.
Yeah, UCF.
I've got it all backwards here. Anyway, so no, not a 2TV night.
Friday, though.
On Thursday night. I mean, there is a whole slew of games. Your ESPN Plus button is going to be getting a workout if you are trying to jump around.
Yeah.
But not a lot of games that are actually worth watching. I guess Oklahoma State is also playing on Thursday night. I mean, there's some top flight programs playing, just not playing in very many good games. The theme of this weekend should be like 1 or 2 good games and then a whole bunch of garbage. Like there aren't very many good matchups in week 1, which is pretty standard.
A juggernaut of a game. I mean,
it's true. There is a one that you almost need more time to get ready for. Like it feels wrong how good this game is.
They didn't know when they scheduled it.
Yes, they did. Come on. All right.
You think when they scheduled this game, they knew that Ohio State would have won the previous year?
Yo. All right. That's Thursday night. Nebraska at Cincinnati. Should be a fun one. Bonus Friday night game now. And we have entered the realm of needing 2 TVs.
Thank God we have them, though.
Friday night, 8 o'clock on ESPN. We've got Georgia Tech minus 4.5 points at Colorado. Abe is going to be at a techie bar. He probably even has a Haynes King jersey that he's going to wear.
How dare you? I have Colorado winning this game, but I'm just going to be there. Just they're generally friendly. The Rambling Wreck.
Yeah, long abused is why. All right, and then at the same time as Georgia Tech at Colorado, what's the Georgia Tech coach's name? What's his? Brent Key. This is a big year for them, I think. Like this. Yeah. This is a year where like they're sort of, in theory, this group of talent should be peaking this year. You would think, right? Because I don't know how much more Haynes King he's going to get. Is King a senior now?
He has a transfer year. He transferred from A&M. He was a Jimbo Fisher guy.
Yeah. Well, you would think that this would be their kind of year.
Right. Yeah, good showing against Colorado, and then like keep it honest against Clemson in a couple of weeks, and then they're off. For the rest of the year, they should be good.
Yeah. All right, and then at the same time, 8 o'clock, kicking off on Fox on the second TV, is Auburn minus 2.5 at Baylor. I think those are the 2 games to watch on Friday night. Although there are, it must be said, a ton of Friday night games happening all in that 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock window. And then I'm not worried about the late game on Friday night, but if you're really hard up at 9:30, you've got UNLV at Sam Houston, I guess.
It's Dan Mullen's team now.
That's right. Mandolin went to UNLV.
With Virginia's quarterback.
What was that?
Really?
What
Anthony
was that
Calandria.
Oh, yeah? That guy's gone?
He's at UNLV.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. So that's Friday night. Those are just, Tech at Colorado could be. Is Dion reloaded? What's going on out there in Colorado?
I don't think so. I haven't heard much.
His one kid got cut, right? His one kid did a violence or something on the field and then got cut the next day.
I think he was like an undrafted pick.
They waived him.
Shiloh,
and so usually it's pretty slim chance that you'll make it under the best of circumstance, but like being drawn into a fight is not going to help. And so, he was cut. And then Shador is like, 3rd or 4th in the
I think Shador is officially 3rd in the depth chart.
Because who else is 3rd on the depth chart?
Joe Flacco is going to start for the Browns.
I can't believe this fucker is still getting started. He was so flaccid with the Colts last year. I mean, I can't believe it.
Abe, tell me you wouldn't take Joe Flacco right now as the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts.
You got to believe in this Indiana Jones, Bob.
You know who else is third on the depth chart?
No.
Stetson Bennett.
Oh, yeah? Who's the backup?
Garoppolo.
Oh.
Oh, he can't beat out Jimmy G. Come on.
Well, tell him he can't. Say it again.
Did Jimmy G
right.
even play in the preseason? Because it seemed
No.
like Stetson got a bunch of reps this preseason. All right, so it's Flacco, and then the backup for Flacco is not Shador, but
Oregon's Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel, who they also...
Which I did not think he was going to amount to anything. I can't believe he's he's one bad snap or one injury away from old geezer Flacco from starting.
Right, and then you've got Shador
Again,
as
why are
number
you talking
3.
about something besides college football?
And then
what are you doing?
They cut a 4th young quarterback, I think, is what gave Shador the spot. I forget who.
Did they trade one and then cut another? Like somebody got traded and the other guy got cut.
Kenny Pickett got cut. I'm pretty sure. They had quite a quarterback room.
Yeah.
The old saying about if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. What if you've got 5 Browns quarterbacks? How many do you have? You have 1 Joe Flacco. Anyway, the Sanders hype machine, does that fall off this season because his kids are gone? Travis Hunter is in the NFL now, playing with Sunshine right down there in Jacksonville.
You lose your starting quarterback in your kid. You lose like the Heisman winner and like 2-way whatever player in Travis Hunter. And the offensive line kind of sucked. Wasn't that the book on them last year?
They sucked to begin with, yeah.
Right.
Although Shador took like 7 sacks or something the other night in his final preseason game. So.
Oh, did he? I wonder if it's just him just holding on to the ball too long. But I don't know the construction of this team. I'm interested to see. I'm picking them over Georgia Tech for no reason.
Spoilers.
Because I'm usually wrong. But yeah, I have no clue who their guys are this year.
Yeah. All right. Moving on though. Saturday, the big noon kickoff.
Oh yeah.
On Fox, you've got number 1 Texas on the road at number 3 Ohio State. They are catching 1.5 points as the number 1 team in all the land, but traveling to Columbus. It's the game of the week. It's arguably the game of the year as you look at the entire schedule for the year. What are the chances that we're going to get another matchup of 2 teams ranked this high? Not necessarily great until we get to the very end of the season and perhaps late in the playoffs. So hopefully it lives up to the hype. I don't think we can have any idea what to expect, but it should be fun to watch regardless.
Yeah. There just seems to be a lot of confidence in Texas. Like you have Arch starting for the whole year, hopefully, to see how this is going to work. Apparently they're a very good team.
Arch looked right, sure. And Arch looked good in spots. He didn't look like the dude, really, because if he had looked like the dude at any point, then he would have taken the reins from that bum Quinn Ewers. So,
right, that's true, yeah.
And Ewers was a fine college quarterback, as I've said before, a decent amount of touch, not a great deal of long ball going on there in terms of his ability to throw the ball accurately down the field. I never thought, and it should, you would think it would be a concern to Texas people that Sarkisian didn't think that Manning was obviously the superior quarterback who deserved to start up to this point.
And it should be noted, Texas with Ewers lost to Ohio State. I know it's a year ago, but if Arch isn't as good as Ewers, I think he's better. I don't know why he was sitting all this time, but whatever. But it's the first game. You have no ramp up, like a squash team, and then you play them in week 2. You just got to go right in, and you're playing at noon. You're playing in a hostile environment against the defending national champs, and so lots of pressure. Ohio State loses, nobody cares. Texas loses, Texas freaks out.
All right, so Texas at Ohio State is the number 1 game at noon. And I honestly, you could get away with not having the second TV out during the noon window.
Yeah, but why?
But since we got it out on Friday night to watch the Friday night games, you might as well keep it out for Saturday at noon. And so if you're going to put a game on, put on Syracuse at number 24. Tennessee, I guess, is the one to watch on ABC.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of other fun games happening in that noon window. Tennessee, we don't know anything about Tennessee, right? The quarterback is going to be new. Who knows what we're going to get from Tennessee this year? Lori, what's the word on Tennessee?
I mean, what you said, they don't know.
Yeah. And Syracuse, of course, had a very productive offense last year with that Kyle McCord character.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He threw for like
Yeah,
11,000 yards or something, but he's gone now. So that's the noon games at 3:30 on TV number 1, your primary television. You've got Alabama, number 8 team in the preseason rankings, minus 13.5 points, playing on the road in Tallahassee at Florida State. Kalen DeBoer, second-year coach in his second year since leaving University of Washington. Florida State, what's the name of that fucking coach?
Norvell.
Mike Norvell.
Is it Mike or Matt? I'm pretty
It's
sure I
Mike.
got that wrong all last year.
It's Mike Norvell.
FSU's Mike Norvell trying to make sure that I'm pretty sure they're still
Just improve.
they're still paying at least one former coach down there at FSU, so they cannot afford to unload Norvell. So yeah, and he's
Just
got
do
to,
better.
right? He's got to do better than last year. Did they? How many games did they win last year? Was it 1?
2 games.
2 games. I don't think they're going to look like a team that will be improved. But as
You don't
it turns
think
out,
they'll do better than 2?
I mean, I guess they'll do better than 2, but there won't be much indication of them doing better, I think, with the evidence of the Alabama game.
Right.
And then also at 3:30, second TV, going to need a double box here. There are 2 top 5 teams playing in that window, but they are going up against absolute cupcakes. But since they seem to be teams that will, in all likelihood, end up in the playoff, you need to keep an eye on them. I am speaking, of course, of the Georgia Bulldogs, who are playing at home as the number 5 team in all the land on ESPN against Marshall, the Thundering Herd, who are catching 39.5 points on the road. It's an awful lot of points.
That's too many.
It's an awful lot of points. And if this was a Mark Richt coach team, I would say you're a crazy person to get on the other side of that line,
Right.
to lay nearly 40 points in week 1, because this is a game that a Mark Richt coached team would win like 33-9 or
It's
something
not like
like
Kirby's that much better at these. He fucks around a lot.
that. Yeah. I think that the Dogs will handle business, though. Nevada, plus 43.5 points, traveling to Happy Valley. Number 2, Penn State on CBS. And this is exactly wrong, by the way, in terms of the networks. I know we're now a year into this, and so it shouldn't surprise me. But 3:30, Georgia is playing, and they're playing on ESPN while Penn State is playing on CBS. It's just inappropriate.
Yeah, that is true. It's weird because ABC is still going with their same theme from last year, right? They haven't changed anything. They're going
Song?
with the song.
We don't know, but
presumably,
yeah, they didn't say it.
Well, I guess we'll
so
find
they
out.
have the Alabama Florida State game, which makes sense of all the options.
Yeah, that's right. Alabama, Florida State's on ABC.
The reason why Georgia's, they're playing Marshall first of all, but then
No, ESPN. I mean, it's the notion that we're playing Marshall and it's happening on ESPN is ridiculous. This should be an ESPN Plus game, right? It speaks to the power of the sport that Georgia against Marshall is an ESPN game at 3:30 instead of a nooner on Jefferson Pilot or whatever the fuck. It's a different world than the one that it was when I first became a fan in 2001. But still, it's weird that CBS has a game and the SEC is not playing in it. Is all I was getting at. All right, there's not really a mid-late afternoon game kick that's worth talking about, so we skip to the primetime games at 7:30 on ABC on your primary television. You only need one TV for this window. It's number 9 LSU minus 3.5 points at number 4 Clemson, which is the other sort of marquee game of the weekend, or one of the other 2 marquee games of the weekend after Texas and Ohio State. Any thoughts on this? I need my boy Cade Klubnik to put a hurtin' on Brian Kelly and the LSU defense.
that would be nice. You have 2 returning quarterbacks. I think like Clemson is returning most of their offense and defense. So that's why they have this high ranking. Because this Klubnik guy's not very good, but whatever. We'll set that aside. It should be an interesting and fun game. Though I don't think they're billing this as the Battle of Death Valley because they've played many, many times before. but it should be a fun game.
A Battle of Death Valley.
What's that?
Clemson's Death Valley is not the real Death Valley. I don't care what anybody
it's so
says.
fucking...
Death Valley is... It's either in California or it's in LSU.
It's so weird that they call it that.
In Clemson, South
So
Carolina.
LSU has lost 4 openers in a row?
Yeah.
Is that right?
4 or 5?
Yeah, it might be
I think they
5.
lost
It might be
whole
5.
decade.
This might be 5 or this might be 6.
And it's
Basically, they won their national title and they've like lost every opening.
I can absolutely put up with Yabo Dabo thanking Jesus on the field after this game if it means that Brian Kelly has to make the like distraught Brian Kelly face for 20 minutes after getting his ass kicked. Lori, you scoffed when I said I don't need a second TV. I dare you to find me a second game worth watching in the 7 o'clock window.
I'll be watching the A&M game.
Who is A&M playing?
UTSA.
UTSA?
I would like to see what A&M is doing.
All right.
They're not going to turn off the other TV. That's what the scoff is. Like, we'll put something on it.
Well, maybe throw up a quad box there. Let's see if we can build 4 games. Put on Vandy at home against Charleston Southern so we can watch, what's that fucking quarterback?
Diego Pavia? What's wrong with you tonight?
What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with me. I haven't thought about these assholes in 4 months, 6 months, whatever it is. Georgia State, Ole Miss, I guess, to watch Lance
Coastal
Kiffin's
Carolina,
offense do stuff.
UVA.
Yeah, that's right. UVA will be on. I always forget, especially when I'm
they
doing
have
my
a football
picks.
team.
No, I forget about the Virginia teams because in my FanDuel app, the Virginia teams don't show up because you're not
that's right, yeah.
you're not allowed to bet on the teams who play in Virginia because, of course, we're too close to the action. We might get in our information might be too good, or we might be unduly influencing the local star athletes. And as everyone knows, it's a good law because communication across state lines is illegal in the United States. Not only impossible, but also illegal. And so it's good that I can't bet on Virginia Tech.
So
or
it's
Virginia.
nice that I made you that lovely spreadsheet so you can look at my games that I have up.
So that's a home game. Is it going to be festive in Charlottesville, or do people not care
Oh,
about football?
no one will notice.
No, they also forget that they have a football team here. So
Michigan is also playing in that 7:30 window, and I guess we can watch that their young quarterback see what he's got.
Yeah.
But realistically, there's only one game on in that window. It's Notre Dame. Oh, sorry, it's Virginia Tech. Nope. Try again. It's LSU at Clemson. All right, and then the nightcap.
one of the schools.
Yeah, you've watched a lot of football, but your weekend isn't even half over yet. So you might as well put a game on ESPN at 10:30. It's Cal plus 1.5 at Oregon State. There's not a lot to choose from there in that late window.
No, we're going to be tired.
Maybe you'll be sick of the football by that point. You
I
put
would
something
like
else
to,
on the TV.
I'll listen. We can listen to some live streams.
Yeah, some podcast and live streamers out there.
They have a couple 11 o'clock starts. Wow. They're really pushing.
After the...
I mean, how much fun did it used to be, maybe? Like, if you get home...
Oh, it was so fun.
At 2 o'clock in the morning from the bar, and you could still turn on a game and see the fourth quarter of some Hawaii game or what have you?
Yeah, like Pac-10 After Dark or whatever their thing was.
Pac-12 After Dark.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun to listen to Andy and Ari react to LSU Clemson, potentially.
It's just what I want to do at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night is listen to Ari Wasserman whine about his feelings about college football. All right, that's Saturday for you. We can move along here now to the Sunday games. It will be the last time this season that you will see college football played on a Sunday, so you might as well take advantage. At 3 o'clock, you should turn on the television because Virginia Tech will be playing as the 7.5-point underdog at Abe's beloved South Carolina Gamecocks, number 13 in all the land.
At Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. It's not even at South Carolina. It is going to be in Atlanta, and Abe might, in fact, be there.
Yeah. Should be a fun game. I mean, what did you say, 7.5?
Yep, 7.5 points.
That sounds about right. I have, no idea how good Virginia Tech's supposed to be. I haven't paid any attention to them.
Not good.
But you think,
They've had drama, I think.
you would think then why isn't the spread like a little
Yeah.
higher for South Carolina?
Because it's still South Carolina. I mean, as excited as we are for Lenoris Sellers, it's still just South Carolina.
But then
that Shan Beamer sure is excited about everything, though. I saw some article where he's like, "We can compete with the big boys in the SEC. We don't have to be. We don't have to be second to anybody." It's like, all right, Shane,
Right.
sure thing, man.
Well, it's intriguing because his dad coached at Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
right.
fine.
Yeah, Frank.
It's
yeah.
not that intriguing.
It
No, but
would be if
it's a little
Virginia Tech
intriguing.
was better.
Right.
But like he was a Virginia Tech fan his whole life.
Yeah.
He like was on the sideline at the way that the coaches' kids are always there. Like that was him for Frank Beamer, who was like the coach there, like Bobby Bowden at Florida State. Like,
All right, and then at 7:30 later that evening on Sunday, nightcap, we've got number 6 Notre Dame minus 2.5 points at number 10 Miami. Is that game being played in Miami?
That's a good
Catholics
question.
versus convicts. I think it is. Yes, it is at Miami.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. 2.5
This should
point
be a
favorites is the traveling Notre Dame team. That should be a fun one to watch. It'll be
Yeah,
exciting to
this
see
should be
what
really
sort of
fun.
team Notre Dame is bringing back after
At
having
Miami.
pretty good season last year, and then Miami obviously was a very strange team where they had those like 3 or 4 different miracle bizarro wins, and we'll see what Carson
Yeah.
Beck can do with those guys down there.
Yeah, it should be a fun, competitive game.
And then on Monday night, Labor Day night, there's one more game to watch, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Look, Bill Belichick spent a lot of years coaching football on Monday nights, so it's only appropriate that the North Carolina Tar Heels open their Belichick era on Monday night with TCU visiting as 3.5 point favorites in Chapel Hill.
So this is the start of the Trail of Tears, right? So this is in North Carolina, or wherever they're playing.
No, they're playing in Chapel Hill.
Okay, so this, I'm very interested in this game just to see what sort of team like Belichick is going to field, like because I haven't really heard after he came on board. I think there was like one player, like a highly touted player that went there, but you didn't really hear much of like recruiting. Like I don't know how strong of a team this is. If it's going to take a couple of years to cycle in all of his guys, but like how good is this North Carolina team going to be?
Very old man to be talking about cycling in new talent. Over under
I mean,
what
they had an
what
old
lasts
geezer
what
before,
lasts
right? Mac
longer?
Brown?
His partnership with the gold digger Jordan, what's her name, or his tenure as coach at UNC?
I mean, this partnership he has with this lady is going to last until he's dead, right? So she's not going anywhere. So I'm going to go with that's the more enduring relationship.
When you're a 25-year-old, like Instagram hottie, and you're seeking out a man 50 plus years your senior or whatever it is, do you think that I mean, I know I don't want to say that this is anything but a true romance, right? This is obviously a love story. But are you thinking through the statistical, like the actuarial tables here?
No, it's a bummer.
Like you've got to be thinking worst case scenario, 15 years over under?
Right. And they're not quality 15 either, right? I mean, it's probably, wheels fall off like 7 years on. Like once he's like pushing 80, it's like diaper time and like urine
necessarily.
Yeah, but
He has
he's
money.
wealthy. He's wealthy, so that you're gonna have the home help aides or whatever, and then she can go out and about and do her business. And you gotta.
Does Belichick strike you as a man that's taking care of his body?
I mean, he doesn't appear to be in
She's
particularly
not a
fantastic
nurse.
shape, but
He'll hire a nurse.
I don't know. Unpleasant all around to think about.
It is very unpleasant, yeah. And there was like these reports where she was like banned from participating, and then the school came out to deny it. We'll see if her face is going to be shown on television a bunch of times when the team is like down 20 points.
Yeah, is she going to be at these games? I imagine
Yeah.
she's going to be at these games, like in a box somewhere.
Scowling. Yeah.
Is this are we in for a Taylor Swifting of our football
We
experience?
could maybe that she's going for that. If she starts wearing a headset, then there's trouble.
Speaking of Taylor Swift and
I thought we were going to get through it.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, after announcing on his podcast a couple of weeks ago that she had a new record coming out, which is quite the get for the Kelce Bros podcast to get the world exclusive announcement of the new Taylor Swift record.
It helps to have an in.
Yeah, Life of a Showgirl is the name of the new record, which is not what Taylor Swift is at all.
Not autobiographical, I guess.
She's pretty in the face. Like I'm not going to pretend like she's not pretty in the
Not
face.
autobiographical, I guess.
She's not. Far be it from me to decide these things for everyone. She's not. She doesn't ooze sexiness. She has very minimal like sex appeal in any way. Like she doesn't have that.
No, she's certainly not trying to.
Like she's not Mariah Carey.
It's not what she's going for.
Well, no.
And Mariah Carey didn't want to be Mariah. What?
Oh, it doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying. No matter what Taylor does, she calls herself Life of a Showgirl or whatever, and she puts herself as a pinup on her latest album cover. She can't pretend her way to being like sultry and Mariah Carey-esque. She's not. Right. Mariah Carey rolls out of bed that way, right? She didn't choose it. She might have tried to downplay it even at various times in her career.
Well, her husband, who was manipulative, forced her to downplay it.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a weird thing for someone to be this famous and to not really be a sex symbol in the culture. I'm not talking about my personal feelings about her level of relative sexiness.
You are not the target audience.
Right.
The women
are. It's funny because like I can't think of a previous female singer or even any previous female celebrity who achieved this level of fame who had less inherent sexiness, either
Sandra Bullock,
in terms of her, but in terms of
Julia Roberts.
People were really into that. Like people think Julia Roberts is hot. I never did. I never got the Sandra Bullock thing either.
But people are into Taylor Swift also, right?
No, people think she's pretty, but nobody thinks that she's like. Nobody's like, man, I want to like. Who says, I want to bang her? Like who?
Travis Kelce.
Travis. That's because, I mean, come on. But I'm not talking about individuals here.
Name one other person.
I'm talking about like the way a person is perceived in the culture.
No, you're
This
right.
is a different conversation. This is a sports podcast. Stop talking about Taylor Swift.
Wouldn't that be to her credit? I mean, that usually women are sexualized, and she was able to.
She is appealing to young girls.
Right.
And their parents.
She could dial up the sexiness, Bob. You think she doesn't have it in her?
I'm telling you, she does not. If she did, we would have found it as a culture. This is the point that I'm getting at. If it was there, that would have been exploited by now. And it's weird that like we're in a time where a person can be as famous as she is without any of that. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's unusual.
She's still a young woman, right?
No, she's not. She's
a woman.
She has like a divorce album, a lot of material she's going to pick up.
So this is the main reason that I bring it up.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I've been waiting for the Taylor heel turn, right? Like I predicted now 2 years in a row on New Year's Eve or whatever that the Taylor heel turn was coming. It is now fully inevitable, right? Because this is a woman who's built her entire career on talking shit about her exes or writing songs heartbreak style about her exes. Like it's coming. And as you say, the divorce album, the divorce era is what we're coming up on. Does she have to get married in order to get to the divorce era? Or like, because if we're talking about maximizing drama here, I suspect that she might do one of those leave him standing on the altar heel turns. Like, this is the ultimate heel turn. Poor puppy dog Travis Kelce with Jason as his best man, with Jason's arm on his shoulder, saying, "I don't think she's coming, man." And meanwhile, she's running out of the back of the church filming.
She's not going to be a villain.
Literally filming a music video about it as she does.
She has achieved unparalleled success doing it her way. You think she's going to, just burn it all down just for the shits and giggles?
Yes. Not just for shits and giggles, though, but because it will make her even more powerful. Like Elsa from Frozen. Elsa was the bad bitch queen, right?
She wasn't bad.
So you're, for the record, you're still holding out on this prediction.
Oh, yeah. Heel turn is coming.
She's going to break.
Look, if you got
that.
4 years of leeway for the Jimmy Carter prediction.
Well, Jimmy Carter was gonna die eventually.
Right. And yours was an inevitability. You can give me a little bit of wiggle room on when the Taylor heel turn is coming. Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
All right. It's now time for the CIB 2025 football pick'em contest.
We don't have a speaking of Jimmy Carter. You don't want that?
That follows the pick'em. Jimmy is how we...
Just literally speaking of Jimmy Carter, though.
What follows the pick'em is Jimmy, and then from Jimmy we go into the wrap-up. There's a system here, all right? Cousin Steve was kind enough to send in his picks. Not only that, but Cousin Steve put his money where his mouth is and did a five-way parlay for his pick. So he can turn his $5 into like $250 or something like that. So good luck to you, Steve. Steve's picks are as follows. A quick recap of last year. I won and everyone else sucked. I will be attempting to run it back this year. Again, proprietary system here. As I recall, if you pick a game correctly against the spread, as in laying points or claiming points, you get 5 points. If you pick a game in which the favored team wins, but you just pick them outright, then you get 2 points, right? So you could make some easy money there just by picking the money lines for heavily favored teams, but you don't get much of a reward. You get 10 points if you pick a dog of any sort to win outright. If you pick a double-digit dog to win outright, then you accrue 20 points for your side, and that can make a lot of difference week to week. You hit a couple of those, and you can find yourself out in front of the pack potentially. So be on the lookout for those big double-digit dogs as the season goes on.
Did you? You must have hit a couple of those.
I hit a couple of them, as I recall. I think 2. Where I really made my points last year was in the less than double-digit dogs winning outright.
Right, the 10-pointers.
That's where the real money can be made, is if you hit a few of those. All right, Penn State, Cousin Steve's picks. He's got Penn State laying 44.5 points, a rather large number, against who are they playing? Nevada. Penn State minus 44.5. Georgia minus 39.5 against Marshall. He's taking Colorado as the underdog outright money line. He's got Massachusetts against Temple as the home underdog. And he's got Coastal Carolina plus the 11.5 points against Virginia. Lori, what are your games?
First, I want to point out the 21.12 point lead I have in our fantasy.
Oh, that's right. The bet guy?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's a different segment. I guess we got to do that as its own segment. So you had Becht for Iowa State in that game in Ireland.
Yeah.
And how many points did he accrue?
21.12.
What was his stat line?
I don't know what that means.
Like, how many yards did he throw for?
Passing, 183.
All right, not too many. How did he accumulate the rest of his points?
2 touchdowns, throwing, 18 rushing yards.
All right, that's a pretty
No
solid,
interceptions.
pretty solid game for Becht to start the year.
Yeah.
Sounds like we've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, 21 points of catching up to do. Okay, so this year I have turned to the experts on the internet. I don't pick.
Oh.
I'm looking at someone else's picks. And
Whose picks are you stealing? You absolute coward.
I don't like picking games.
Whose picks are you stealing?
If Andy and Ari agree, then that's what I put.
Ridiculous.
I see.
I'm not
So
not
whether
all
you-
of them. I'm still not gonna pick games that like Georgia games or ones that like I root against my own rooting interest.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still like that's
All right, so what do Ari and Andy think is going to happen this weekend?
okay. Texas will win. Syracuse will cover.
Syracuse plus 13.5
I wrote it.
against Tennessee. Yeah, I know. It's not just for my benefit.
Georgia Tech will cover.
Georgia Tech minus 4.5 at Colorado.
Utah will cover.
Utah minus 5.5 at UCLA.
And TCU will cover.
And TCU minus 3.5 on the road at North Carolina. Abe, what do you got this week?
So I got Texas outright. Penn State will cover that large 44.5 points.
You and cousin Steve, both big believers.
Yeah. I think don't I have that idiot quarterback of theirs?
I believe you
One
do.
of the tools?
Drew Allen, yeah.
LSU outright. They're the better
Okay.
Tiger. Even though I don't like their head coach, but whatever. Colorado outright. Going to root against those alumni that I'm going to watch it with.
Hoping for a big game from Haynes King, but a loss ultimately.
Yes. Yeah, maybe garbage points, at the end. It all counts the same.
Yeah.
And North Carolina TCU game, I got TCU winning lane points.
Covering the 3.5 points. All right. I've got Texas.
The other option was that I would just copy one of you every game.
Yeah, that would be super obnoxious, and I wouldn't put up with it. So
Yeah.
And also, don't pick mine. My team suck.
No,
You
I
would
just
wanna-
hate picking. I
Fade
hate
Abe.
it. I don't know what fade means.
Pick against whatever that person is doing. Texas, I've chosen as an outright winner against Ohio State. All three of us have Texas against Ohio State, which tells me I need to go put $50 on Ohio State.
It is concerning, isn't it?
Yes. I've got my second game. I want Syracuse to win outright against hated Tennessee,
I also want that.
mostly for the shits and giggles. And
That would be hilarious.
they're 13.5 point underdogs. I'm going to hope that they win it outright to earn me 20 points in our silly little game. I've got fading Abe here. I've got Clemson minus the 3.5 points because, as Lori mentioned earlier, LSU cannot win an opener, and I don't trust Brian Kelly at all. And though I don't care for Yabo Dabo Sweeney, this team made the fucking playoff last year, even though it sucked. So they find a way to win games. So let's see what happens. My big cover of the week the weekend is going to be Ole Miss minus 35.5 points. I trust in Lance to be a total shithead against Georgia State in the opening week of the year.
With your Austin Simmons there.
He's going to flex his muscles with Austin Simmons and his new quarterback, and they're going to score a ton of points. And then I've got South Carolina covering these 7.5 points against Virginia Tech. And that is the week one of the CIB 2025 football pick'em contest. Exciting stuff. Quickly, Lori, remind us who our quarterbacks are in the.
Well, you have access to the same spreadsheet that I do.
Yes, but
You just hearing me talk?
I wanted you to talk
Okay.
now.
Whose do you want first?
Let's finish off yours. You have, of course,
Becht.
Rocco Becht, who's disconcertingly handsome in his profile picture, I must
Is
say.
he?
Oh, yeah? I didn't get a good look at him.
Google up Rocco Becht.
Maybe you have the handsome pictures. I mean,
In his
he's
player
very
profile,
pretty.
pic with the wavy hair, he's very.
He's awfully
This is
pretty.
Bob's type, eh? Okay.
Feminine, yeah. That's. I mean, if you say so. You know who's cute is that Big 12 ref that I'll look forward to
Jesus
seeing.
Christ! Again with the Big 12 referee.
So we'll watch some Big 12 this year. Hope for the best. Okay, so opposite of Dreamboat, Becht is Beck.
Another male model type.
Yeah, different kind of male model.
You've got Carson Beck.
More like couture.
Ugly European male model.
Yeah, ugly male model from Miami. Maddox Madsen in Boise State, John Mateer from Oklahoma, and Just Saying in Ohio State.
That's right. And then Abe's team is Lenora Sellers. Who else?
Lenora Sellers from South Carolina, Haynes King from Georgia Tech, Drew Aller from Penn State. We've talked about all of them except Western Kentucky's... What?
I'm excited to find out the name of that guy. Is he another
McIver.
MM?
McIver, but I don't know his first name. Michael McIver?
Oh, yeah. Note to self. I need to dedicate a television screen on that.
Western Kentucky is playing in week 1. Let's see here. Oh, they've played already.
Oh, fuck.
Sam Houston at Western Kentucky, 41-24. Western Kentucky wins.
Pause.
401 yards passing for
Christ.
Maverick McIver.
Okay. Maverick McIver. Okay, 401.
Holy shit.
Keep going.
Kablam.
Keep going.
Look at my boy.
How many passing touchdowns?
Hang on, I'm pulling up the stats now. Because it's not just McIver we have to worry about.
That's
we have
true.
to worry about any garbage time that his pals got into. All right. We had Maverick McIver went 33 of 51. Abe, 51 attempted passes in week 1. Got to be loving that.
That's awesome.
He's the only quarterback who played. Good news for stats keeping purposes. All right. Well, it says 401 yards passing. What else do you need to know?
How many touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
How many
through the
passing
air.
touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
3 passing touchdowns. Okay. Interceptions.
0.
Rushing yards.
He had 7 carries for 7 yards.
Nice. And
a score.
a rushing touchdown.
1 rushing touchdown.
Abe, insurmountable lead, 40.74. Officially changing the name of your team to insurmountable lead, by the way.
Incredible start to the season for Abe's boy, Maverick McIver. Glad we thought to check that.
Yeah. I just hadn't, because I'm working on the spreadsheet and I need 2 weeks in order to see if it works. So I haven't gotten too into it.
All right. So Lori was all smug about her 20 points that she earned out there in Ireland. And then
Yeah,
Abe,
well, it's my spreadsheet. You both have access to it.
Abe coming in with the people's elbow and Maverick McIver.
Over the top. Double.
Yeah.
All right.
that's a
And then
lot.
my team, remind me who my team is.
Cade Klubnik, Clemson. Leave it at Arizona State. Gordon, Justin, Alex, leave it. I know it's Levitt. What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
It's not Sam?
Horvath at Navy.
Yeah. Blake Horvath.
Yeah, Blake Horvath.
I was trying to come up with a team name that somehow rhymed, like it was like Horsbath was going to be, work that in, but
Okay.
I didn't figure it out.
Mendoza at Indiana.
Be like a headline, Mendoza Horsbath is my team name. All right, and then who else?
Simmons.
From Ole Miss, that's right. All right, that should be fun. Those are games to watch. And that's the CIB Fantasy Football Quarterback game, or whatever we're calling it. I don't know. All right. Good news, everyone. Jimmy Carter is back.
All right.
We are still getting dispatches from Plains, Georgia, one way or another. Not sure how it's happening, to be perfectly honest, but it's happening.
What an absolute delight to be back with my dear friends at Cast Iron Balls. And even with you, Abe, you giggling, spite-filled, little pencil pusher. How utterly unsurprised I was to hear that despite Elon Musk's very generous offer earlier this year to finally kick you out of that soul-destroying purgatory, that you don't realize you've been drowning in for your entire adult life, you remain steadfastly committed to that most despised and lowest form of public service, tax collection. Is it self-hatred or healthy and, I must say, well-deserved, mere lack of self-regard that keeps you in your station? Or perhaps it's simply the lack of imagination that descends upon a man as he ages. The weighted, dark blanket of possibility will closed upon that settles over the mind, dreams necessarily snuffed out and forgotten. because to remember them would be too painful, too much to bear. The younger man dreams so that the old man might one day live, and the old man must forget, so that the young man will have died a hero rather than a fool. But keep cashing those checks, Abe, I guess. But on to the gambling. I'm in about 3,500 to the bookie up here, in heaven after some ill-advised NBA Summer League action. So it's time to start getting right with college football. I suspect that Alabama's head coach is going to be desperate to quiet the naysayers after a rather disappointing first season. And Florida State is a still burning dumpster fire until proven otherwise, so I expect the Tide will roll them down to Tallahassee and easily cover the 13.5 points they're laying. As always, enjoy the games with good food and drink, and most importantly, good company. May God bless this great nation and this great podcast. Until next time, this is Jimmy from Plains for Cast Iron Balls.
And there's our boy, Jimmy Carter,
Jimmy's back.
checking
Look
in
at
from Plains or Heaven, apparently. He's in deep to the bookie. Jimmy,
What's the difference?
off the top rope.
him. Oh, boy, came in hot. This guy, you think he's gone, but he's back. Although you say heaven, but I don't think there's any sort of vice in heaven, right? Are you suggesting that Jimmy is...
I don't know.
another
We'll
place?
see how the season plays out. I don't know. I mean, he's in good voice, though, right? Like, he sounds pretty good
Yeah, he's
for a dead
great,
man.
Yeah.
I continue to get a great kick out of the music background to that segment.
pretty
It's just perfect. All right, so Jimmy has Alabama covering against Florida State, laying the 13.5 points.
Seems like a safe bet.
I think Jimmy was on the right side of 500 last year. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he finished above water. I should probably do a separate Jimmy Carter bet of the
That's
week.
the thing. You should do,
Also.
just add him to make a column for him.
I do. I have a column for him.
Oh, well then.
Don't you worry. All right.
Actually, now that I mention it, no one else picked that Alabama-Florida State game. It's like a stay away. Just don't know what's happening with this Alabama team.
I guess so. Maybe Jimmy knows something.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Cast Iron Balls, a podcast about sports with Bob and Abe, and Lori's here too. You can find the show on Substack, brainiron.substack.com, for more from us, including show notes where I list all of the, if you need a handy-dandy printout or something for your device to know where you should be tuning your television at any given time, I list the games of the week that you should be watching at any given time. I list I print...
If you want my spreadsheet, let me know.
I post Jimmy Carter's presidential lock of the week also in the show note at brainiron.substack.com. Just look for the Cast Iron Balls tab at the top of the screen. You can also get more from us in a non-sports related context. We do a news show, Cast Iron Brains. We do a music show, the Billboard Hot 100 game. And coming soon, the Philip K. Dickquisition, a show about the life and works of Philip K. Dick. The opening and closing themes of this show were composed by Mark Gillig, tetramermusic.com. For more from him, TETRAMER music.com. And then, as I just mentioned, that Jimmy Carter theme music, I like to mention it every once in a while. I always note it in the credits for the show, but it comes from Incompetech.com. It is by Kevin McLeod, licensed under a Creative Commons agreement there. He says, you can use this shit as long as you give me credit. And that is what I have done here.
Nice.
Abe, anything else in the world of sport that caught your eye this week?
Yes, this is out of Ireland. So, in the aftermath of that Iowa State Kansas State game, there were these reports. I saw some clip online of this scuffle between these two apparently drunk people. I don't know if they're drinking Guinness and the car bombs or whatever it is that they drink over there, but they're in a like a fight of sorts. But it's not like like a professional looking fight. So I'm thinking like, why is this circulating about? And it turns out the father of the Kansas State quarterback and the brother of the Kansas State quarterback, the father and son, are fighting each other after the game that their son
So here you
lost.
are besmirching a whole nation, suggesting that they're drunken Irish folks.
He didn't suggest that.
He did. He says, saying, well, I don't know what they're drinking over there, whether it's
I mean,
the
if you
Guinness
watch
or
the video,
or the
they
car
are
bombs.
black. So
if you're watching the broadcast of that game, they kept on talking about how, I think it was Kansas State, this was their first international outing. So these simple folk from the Midwest are now trekking like thousands of miles over to a new land. And, to be fair, Ireland has, the Guinness and then the car bomb drink and the whatnot, right? I'm not making that up.
they have those
And so-
here too.
Yes, but there especially.
The Irish car bomb
these
is an
two people-
American shooter. It is not. It was not born in Ireland.
It was inspired there. How dare you? This is a product that happened there. Anyways, these people are in fight. I can't imagine how embarrassed
So
the
embarrassing.
the family outside of the father and the son are. Because if you're fighting out in public like that, I'm sure you're scuffling out in private also. But just for this family
I'm sorry,
secret to...
but do the people who are family members of people who go to Ireland and get into fist fights with their father or their son, like that's not a family that is accustomed to feeling shame when public
it's
disclosures
the
are made.
quarterback's dad. It's extra embarrassing.
It's embarrassing
And
for the
also-
program, and it's embarrassing for the quarterback.
Yeah,
but
that's the family.
I don't know.
But there are a lot of deficiencies in families everywhere, right? But they're usually kept, hidden from the broader public. This was covered everywhere. Like it's a very embarrassing story for this family.
They put out a statement.
Stupid Americans.
Yeah, they had to put out a statement. Oh, this is not who we are. Did they hide behind their religion too? I'm sure they did something.
I don't know.
Yeah. Our display of wanton shitbaggery is not a reflection of who we truly are. That's my favorite. It's not who I don't know who did it. I mean, I guess on the video it was me, but it's just not who I am.
It's like a sample size of one, and this is the one. Like you fighting with your kid.
It's one step above the mom who says that he's a nice boy, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's just not who I am. Apology is one step removed from my baby who shot up the neighborhood. He's such a good boy at home.
Right.
Oh, that's good. America, we're not sending our best. Lori, anything else in the world of sport catch your attention this week?
I mean, there was the whole Ohio State Dave Portnoy thing, which is happening against the YouTube Fox thing.
I don't know anything about at least the first thing that you're talking about. I know that
Oh my
YouTube
God,
is
it's
fighting
so
with Fox
stupid.
about carriage rates again.
Which is solved, so everybody can calm down. Dave Portnoy is a big
Barstool, right?
Barstool creator, like the guy who started Barstool.
Yeah, he's the founder of Barstool Sports, I think.
He's a big Michigan fan, but also like booster.
Sure.
And at some point this week, I don't know, it came to be known that he was banned from the Ohio State Stadium because they're doing a thing with Fox now. Barstool and Fox are doing a thing. So Fox is going to be there on Saturday, and Dave Portnoy...
And they were going to try to Pat McAfee Dave Portnoy?
I mean, I don't know because I'm not going to watch that because it's Lee Corso's last headgear pick on
That's
Saturday.
right.
So
Is that sentimental?
I don't know if it's sentimental. It's
I
the
mean, he
end of
survived
it.
to his
It's
last
a
show. I thought
long
he was
What,
done.
which
time
which
thing.
headgear do you think he's going to choose to be buried in is the real question. Because that would be a really great final I mean, a College Game Day final headgear pick is pretty good, but when Kirk Herbstreit is asked to be the executor of the will, and he has to tell us all, what headgear he's choosing to be buried in?
Right.
I mean,
That is a good
I'm
question.
just
I do
assuming
wonder-
that he's going to be
Right.
buried in headgear.
In some headgear, it's probably gonna give me like some sort of personalized one. But you imagine it's gonna
Yeah, a
he's gonna
headgear
go
of
out,
him.
He's gonna go out picking the hometown crowd, right, to get the pomp. Like he doesn't want to be booed into death.
I don't think. I mean, I know we're all dying, but this isn't his execution. It is his
he's not.
retirement.
I don't want to do this
What
again.
a way to
but-
go, though. He puts on that stupid Longhorn head, and then the Ohio State psychos like trample him to death. What a way to go. Die a hero, Lee. Don't be a coward. Don't pick that stupid Buckeye.
So that's like
I mean,
I just can't imagine giving shits about
Whether or not
Fox
Dave
News,
Portnoy is.
Fox News. Yeah, I mean, I get Michigan people will care, and Ohio State people, I guess, will care. I'm neither of those, and I, if I'm not watching College Game Day, I'll watch the SEC network. Like I forget Fox does a thing. So
yeah.
To
whatever.
me,
Big
Corso
noon,
is
whatever.
Corso is at his heart. Like when I think of Corso wearing the headgear and doing his little wave, it always reads as trollish to me because it feels
Yeah, a
like
little.
more times than not he is picking the away team. Like
Yeah.
like that the feeling that I have in my memory is that like when I think of Corso picking games, it's against the wishes of the crowd. So
Right.
if I'm putting $10 down on what side he's taking, I think he's going Texas.
Oh no! Come
mean,
on.
the
He's
three of
definitely
us
going
did.
Ohio State. There's no way he's going Texas. 0% chance.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, because that's what we'll be watching.
I can only handle.
as-
I like Lee Corso fine. I think Kirk Herbstreit is a perfectly good college football personality. I've had enough of Kirby Derpstreet crying about stuff the last couple of years. He's got dead dogs. He's got it. I had a video that was attempted to be shown to me, I think on ESPN.com, and the thumbnail pic for the video, which is like say goodbye to Lee Corso, was just weepy Kirk Herbstreit. Like, look,
Right.
this is a company that employs or has employed in the past Tom Rinaldi. I don't need you force feeding me more drippy, weepy content. All right.
I anticipate there'll be a lot of weepy moments during this final show, right?
Yeah, we're all gonna cry.
I
But
mean,
it's good.
speak for yourself. I'm not gonna cry when he puts on the fucking headgear.
I don't know that I'll cry when he puts on the head. I mean, maybe I will. It'll depend on how everybody else feels. If everybody's crying, I'm gonna be crying. I'm very sensitive.
Yeah. All right. Let's check in on the MLB action here before we get out of here.
Oh yeah, how am I doing?
Well, shit. The Tigers are losing 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning to the Athletics. So, gonna need some runs there, Detroit. This is not looking great so far.
Come on, second inning, Bob. Plenty of time.
Here's the ground ball. This should do it. Backhanded by Hernandez. A jump throw. And what a defensive play to end this one.
7-0 the final score tonight. And this Athletics team that's won 21 of 31 finishes with a flourish.
Abe, have you got anything else for us tonight?
Nope.
Well, I guess that's all we've got for you tonight then. And we will talk to you next time.
Later.
Hooray, football.
Yeah, finally. Sort of. These poor clients of mine. Like, how you doing? Like, shut the fuck up. I just want to get to Saturday. Oh, who's Georgia playing? Like, yeah, that's not why.
Yeah.
You don't understand anything. I hate you. I don't want to look at you. Who's
There's
Georgia
not
playing?
one
Fuck
person-
off.
Not one person where you work cares about Virginia football.
Not one person where I live cares about Virginia football.
There are definitely more Virginia Tech fans, like football fans, that we interact with than there are UVA football fans.
Really? Wow. They're
So bad. Although, What? It wasn't Asa sick today?
I think, or no, Knox, somebody stayed home. They all fucking get sick. It sucks. The start of the school year sucks. Everybody starts getting sick.
The proceeding was created with 100% human content.